Today in Albany, the Senate Finance Chair called a meeting of the Finance Committee, of which I'm a member. Allegedly, we were going to discuss the deficit reduction plan that the governor has presented to us. This plan to balance or to eliminate this $3 to $4 billion deficit that is occurring in this year's state budget. Instead, Senator Krueger presented a plan to have the governor collect taxes on cigarette sales by the Indians on Indian reservations to non-Indians. He alleges that this would wipe out around $2 billion of the deficit, and we could have this money instantaneously. I don't know what he's thinking about, but if he thinks the Indians have the money in the back room, that all they're going to do is walk into the back and pick up a bag of money and hand it to us, I think he's smoking something really funny. This is wrong. This makes no sense. This is typical Albany speak, when you say something and it means something else. Last year they passed a budget. Let me correct myself and be clear. The Democrats passed a budget that I voted against that raised spending by $12 billion and increased taxes and fees by $8 billion. Any 8th grade math student will tell you there's a $4 billion deficit right there. That's why I voted against the budget. We're not addressing that problem here. It's not because we tax too little. We spend too much here in this state. The state of New York spends too much, and that's a problem. We have got to learn to cut spending. And the problem is we've presented a plan, we the Republicans have presented a plan to the Democrat leadership that they refuse to even consider. We have a deficit reduction plan that would cut the bureaucracy and cut spending and not impact our schools, not impact our health institutions, not impact our senior citizens. We can do it here because the spending that the Democrats have engaged in is full of one-shot deals, increasing revenue at your expense, raising taxes and fees like the license plates, like other things that we don't need in this state. We've got to stop these foolish one-shot tax things that get us nowhere. We've got to go back to good common sense. The state has to live within its means. I hope with your support to convince the leadership of the Senate and the leadership of the legislature and the governor to come to their senses and to sit down with everybody, Republicans, Democrats, it doesn't matter. We all have to work together and come up with a solution to this problem and then restructure how we're going to face next year's budget. Because once we deal with this year's problem, we have a new budget coming up in the 2010-11 year. That's another problem that we're going to have to face. And we cannot resolve this budget until we start thinking about next year as well. So ladies and gentlemen, we have a task ahead of us, but it's not going to be accomplished by smoke and mirrors. It's not going to be accomplished by one-shot deals. We're going to have to do some hard work, and we're going to need your support to make this happen. So I look forward to meeting with you in the coming weeks and months and talking to you at community meetings, and we'll discuss what's going to happen and get your ideas and your input at just how we can resolve this problem together. Thank you.